Hello everyone and welcome here to the NZIHL. We're based in Auckland, New Zealand for this matchup. Botany Swarm are hosting the top of the table and rolling hot this SkyCity Stampede. I'm your host Bryce Rouse alongside Bartek Iwatowski. Predictions off the bat.
Well, I mean, a betting man would bet on the Stampede. They're top of the table, and they just keep winning. So for those of you who haven't been following the NZIHL that long, so the Stampede have won 9 out of the last 10 championships in this league. The only exception, I believe, was the West Auckland Admirals in 2018. So it's been a long time since someone's taken down the Stampede. And they had a few losses this season. Colin McIntosh went over to the Australian League. But they're still chugging along, still dominating. The last time we saw these two teams play, I had the pleasure of backing up for the Swarm. Got to see it live from ice level, and the Stampede were dominant. Took that first game 10-2. I was responsible for one of those goals coming in relief. Second game went to overtime 3-3, and the Stampede won in overtime 4-3. So the Swarm were able to take 1 point off of them, but it's going to be tough.
Absolutely, and the Swarm are at the bottom of the table at the moment. They do have 2 games in hand, but it does not get any easier tonight. The Stampede, they're just mowing people down at the moment. A couple of losses this season though, only 2. So here we have a look at the table standings at the moment. Stampede flying high. If they can get 2 wins here this weekend, that will guarantee them a home semi-final.
That's right. And the Swarm definitely want to pick up at least 1 win this weekend to get themselves back into the fight. The parity in this league this season has been excellent. Last year, the Red Devils were a bit of a punching bag, but they've stepped up this year. Every single team is able to win. So yeah, it's great to see.
They've probably got one of, if not the best power play in the league. So if you're in the box, look out for the red hot Red Devils. They are definitely not to be messed with this season. And it could come down to, here's the starting lineups though for this evening. Stefan Amston alongside Ollie Rusky-Jones on the defensive pairings. Connor Harrison, Jack Robbie and Max McCarg all going in that forward first line for the SkyCity Stampede, and they will be starting their trusty Aston Brooks in net.
That's right. And for the Swarm, we've got Luke Simon on defense, Michael Atwell on forward, Alan Kazanov. I believe he's only 17, Alan. He's still in high school, but great defenseman for the Swarm. Andre Kozak and Nico Hemming, the American. And in net, we have Alexa Gibson.
So those are the starting lineups. And here we have a look at the NZIHL scoring leaders. Alex Gagnon from the Red Devils. There's 3 of them, all on 31 points, alongside Luke Stegman and Cole Beckstead, all with 12 games played. Looks like Gagnon will probably take out, what do we call it, whoever gets the most goals, the golden stick?
I'm not sure. I don't know what our award is for the top goal scorer.
No, it's just for the points. So yeah, those 3 are absolutely red hot, and only just behind with 4 less games is Connor Jean, only 2 points behind them, and the way he's going, he's probably going to catch them.
He is an absolute weapon. He scored 4 goals, a hat-trick in the first period in the first matchup between these two teams, and got a 4th one. I think he might have ended with 5 points that game. The second game, he had quite a number of points too, plus 28 as well. So he's an absolute menace. He's good down low. He scored a few goals from in tight, just banging in some rebounds. Scored some from the point. He can score from everywhere. Played in the ECHL, the East Coast Hockey League. For those of you who don't know, that's 2 levels below the NHL. The ECHL farms in the AHL and then into the NHL. So that is big dog hockey that he's played. He's going to be a real danger out there.
And as you can see on that table, it is a battle of the imports with only 2 Kiwi-born players actually showing up on there, Lockie Frere and Dylan Devlin. Lockie Frere absolutely having a hell of a season for the Stampede.
Now seeing the goaltenders here, so we can see the tandem of Joel Gerard and Aston Brooks for the SkyCity Stampede leading the league in save percentage with 905 for Joel and Aston Brooks with a 909. This was a very high scoring league. As you can see, both of them have a goals against average over 3, still over 90 save percentage. So they've been doing really well. Played excellent against the Swarm last time these two teams matched up.
Yeah, Aston Brooks obviously with that, the highest save percentage out of any goalie this season. Going up against Alexa Gibson with an 87% save rate. She's definitely going to have to put in a good performance here tonight.
That's right. The Swarm have struggled a little bit defensively with some turnovers and other dangerous chances for their goaltenders to deal with. So we can see the save percentage is a little bit lower for the Swarm. And shout out to Joel Girard. It's his first season really splitting games with Aston Brooks on the back end for the Stampede, and he's done really well when called upon. So I'm expecting probably Joel will be starting tomorrow, given that Aston Brooks is in the net tonight.
Yeah, a lot of goalie changes for the series this season, Bartek, with the backup goaltenders getting at least one game over the weekends, which we haven't seen in recent years. I think it's great because when it comes to finals time, if something does happen to that, your first string goaltender, and your guy hasn't actually seen too much game time in the season, he could be a little bit nervous getting out there.
Yeah, 100%. And I think especially given that we usually play back-to-back games in this league, we play 2 games on weekend back-to-back, it's tough to play 2 intense games for the starting goalie. So it's a good idea to give them rest, reduces the injury risk, and like you said, gives the backup goaltender a bit more experience. We can see a lot of teams are trusting their goalie tandem, both goalies splitting games evenly.
And the Swarm don't have Grace Hunt on the bench either tonight.
Yeah, that's right. So I expect, since the Swarm, we have quite a lot of goaltenders, I think the coach is probably wanting to make sure that all of the goaltenders that he wants to use in the playoffs are getting at least 4 games dressed to make sure they're eligible. I believe that's the minimum 4 games. So Grace, I think, has dressed for 3 or 4 already. Alexa, I don't think she's reached 4, so I think this is partly a balancing act, making sure all goaltenders are available in the playoffs.
And talking about playoffs, Bartek, the next up series for the Red Devils, they take on the Stampede. Now, the Botany Swarm next series, they take on the Red Devils in the last series of the weekend. It could come all the way down to that final game of the regular season to see which one of those 2 teams actually makes the top 4.
Yeah, that's right. The Red Devils in 4th place, the Swarm currently in last place. So, yeah, the Swarm are going to be very eagerly watching that matchup between the Red Devils and the Stampede, probably cheering for the Stampede to take some points off the Red Devils so they can squeak on into the playoffs.
So what would you say the Swarm must do tonight to guarantee themselves a win?
So, as we talked about last weekend when we saw the Swarm playing the Admirals, I think this has been a trend for the Swarm. Their power play has really struggled, and one issue for them is they're missing Reed Cole, who's really good in front of the net. He's been out injured this season, picked up an injury over the summer, and they haven't had anyone really able to step into that same role, causing problems in front of the net, getting into the goaltender's eyes, getting those deflections. So they're getting a lot of shots on from the point, but the goaltender's able to see those, and quality goaltenders like Aston Brooks and Joel Girard, they're going to make those easy saves from the point if you don't have traffic. On the other hand, the Stampede are really good at getting into the goaltender's face. We saw in the last matchup between these 2 teams a lot of goals scored from the point with screens, and the Stampede will be doing that again. They often park someone right in front of the goaltender and also do really well to get flyby screens, have someone skate right through the goaltender's line of sight just as the puck is about to release, and that was causing a lot of problems for the Swarm. So the Swarm will need to get onto those point men, take away their time and space, maybe clear out the front of the net, and the goaltenders are going to have to battle. So Alexa Gibson tonight and probably Connor Parr tomorrow night, they're going to have to battle through those screens to make those saves.
Yeah, I'd say for the Botany Swarm to at least get 1 win out of this weekend, they need to battle every shift. We saw last Sunday, that third period, they came out looking so good, but they have just been too inconsistent this season. That's actually made them drop a lot of points. If they want to win here tonight, every shift has to be played like it's their last.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of consistency, the Swarm last weekend, I think the second game, they had a really dominant second period and then just let it get away from them with 2 quick goals from the Admirals late in that one. Just a loss of concentration. So they're going to need to maintain their composure. If they get scored on, they can't let it get to their heads. They're going to have to keep playing their game.
And they are going to get scored on tonight. There's no doubt about that.
Hey, don't jinx it.
Well, if you want to say that, I do not see the S word coming out for either team here tonight.
Yeah,
because the Swarm, they'll definitely be hungry. And to try to keep the Stampede off the board, I don't think that's ever happened.
Yeah, with Connor Jean, and I didn't even mention Max Roth, also an excellent import. for the Stampede. Both Americans have been absolute weapons out there for the team. And Stefan Amston on the back line. There's a lot of firepower out there for the Stampede. For the Swarm, top scorer this season, Ivan Domitau with 7 goals. And a nice surprise, Josh Steen. He's really stepped up, scored 5 goals for the Swarm this season as well. So 2 Kiwi-born players actually leading the scoring. Well, not Kiwi-born for Domitau, Belarusian, but...
And we're underway here at Botany. NZIHL action. Botany Swarm hosting the top of the table SkyCity Stampede. Amston plays up the boards only to Kazhanov. They will retain possession. Robbie tries to put it in, comes back out into the neutral. Atwell will gain the zone. Atwell with a chance to shoot, he does. No trouble for Brooks.
Yeah, good positional save by Aston Brooks. Just gets the gut trap, no rebound, and a face-off in his defensive zone.
Need to find a bit of net on that type of shot when you got an open look in the middle.
Yeah,
you want to
that's
beat
right.
Brooks.
At least want to get a rebound out of it.
Now Frere will play it behind for Roth. Here's Lupsa with a quick shot. He scores! Rudolf Lupsa gets the Swarm on the board here early.
Big goal for the Latvian import. What a start for the Swarm here. So Rudolf Lupsa, he scored the tying goal in that last game to send it to overtime. And looks like that just squeaks through. Is that under the glove? Let's see on the replay from behind the net. Probably one that Aston Brooks wants to have back. Yeah, you can see his glove position is a bit high. I guess he's expecting Rudolf to go for that top corner short side. And he just sneaks it in under the glove over the pad. And it's 1-0 for the Swarm.
Those things can happen when you probably don't start your best line on paper. As Amston steps in and intercepts that. Jean plays it over to Lockie Frere. They got their top line out there as their second string for some reason tonight. Maybe trying to get a bit of game time for those second and third liners. I was talking to Cameron Frere before the game. There's a shot from Roth. That's blocked on the way by Lupsa. He felt that. Buffnagel plays it off the glass. Domitau steals it in center ice. Still with it. It's Domitau. Backhand tried the one-handed tuck on Brooks, but it didn't come off. Shot there from March is blocked. Steen's going to pick it up and throw it on net. Domitau couldn't get a shot off.
Uncharacteristic for the Stampede here. Struggling a bit defensively.
Steen will play that up to the point. Wimmer just throw something on net. A redirect from March. That came off Brooks. That was close to going in. Good sustained early pressure here from the Swarm. They are absolutely taking it to the travelling team. Flight tried a little move on Wimmer. Didn't work. March on the far side. He's got some options. Tries to fire it to Steen, but he can't control it. Now Thula gives it away. Axel Rusky-Jones plays it over to Chalice. Backhand pass back. Couldn't get anything on it. Simon plays it up. March dumps it in. Amston takes a tumble.
Assisted by number 18, Kyle Janssen.
Chalice saws a pass over to Amston. He'll fire it over to Ollie Rusky-Jones. He tries to get a shot off. And that's going to be cleared the length of the ice. Icing is waved. As Amston picks it up, plays it off the boards. He finds Robbie right in front of the Swarm bench and gets crunched by Simon. Well, Kozak just throws a muffin on net. Buffnagel can't control it at the point, has to go into the neutral zone. Good pass there from Outwell, finds Kozak. Kozak trying to find a pass there to Domitau, but hit the skate of Max McHarg. Max McHarg looking really lean these last couple of seasons, Bartek.
Maybe he's been doing a bit of cardio.
Yeah, you could say.
Getting his fitness up.
And here he is on the puck now. He's got Free guy on the net. Try to get it to him. Now Roth passes that over to Lockie Freer. He finds Jean up top. Lockie Freer with a shot. Then Gibson comes out and closes the door.
Yeah, good positional save by Alexa. As you see that shot coming in, jumps up to the top of the crease, makes herself big, takes it right in the gut and no rebound. And now we're seeing that deflection opportunity here for the Swarm. That was Kyle March, I believe, who got his stick on it. Shot coming in, he deflects it, ooh, and right off the post. That was so close. Almost 2-0 for the Swarm.
Yeah, I thought it came off the post. It's very hard to tell from this angle. I didn't hear any iron, so I thought it would have been the pad.
Yeah, that was a close one. Stampede getting away with one there. Could have been 2-0 for the Swarm.
Swarm need to keep this intensity up because they know the Stampede do not go away easily. As March tries to battle and get away from Roth. He's played it for Steen. He can't keep it in. Josh Steen actually playing for my team tomorrow night, but he won't be making it because he'll be here, Bartek.
Oh, that's going to be tough for you guys. Looks like you'll have to step up and score a few goals.
That's all right. We've got a couple of other superstars, including a Josh McGinty, cameraman for us here sometimes. There's Blake Campbell. Escaped around the back of his net and played it up the boards to Devlin. Turned over in the neutral. Koptev just bangs that one in. Quigley giving chase. Quigley trying to get it off Roth, but he plays it over to Blake Campbell. Now Chalice, nice pass, finds Flight, but he doesn't control it. Quigley gets dispossessed there by Axel Rusky-Jones. There's three brother pairings out there, well, suited up for the Stampede this evening. You got the Freers, the Campbells, and the Rusky-Jones.
Hockey really runs in the family over there. And I believe that's an offside. Impressive the referees are able to make that call with how faint the blue lines are. Speaking of which, the Botany Swarm would like to thank Commercial Painting Limited for their continued support for the 2026 season. This is their third year supporting the team, and we are proud to have them in the Hive. Maybe they could supply a bucket of blue paint for the rink staff.
Been asking for the last couple of years, Bartek.
One day my dream will come true of having blue lines.
Kozak will leave that on for Hemming, who tried a little wraparound but just lost it. And that is up and out of play.
So it looks like that was off a stick, so no penalty or anything. We'll just get a draw to the right of Aston Brooks here.
We are proud to have them in the Hive.
A good solid start here for the home team, the Botany Swarm. Here's Wimmer with a shot. Hits traffic on the way of the net. And only just trickled over the crossbar. Brooks didn't really know too much about that. Hampson's going to go right through the middle. He'll be able to get a shot off, but just fanned on it. The defense just standing a little bit too far back, letting him gain that blue line quite easily.
Yeah, that's right. They'll need to be careful, not let the Stampede walk in. They've got some dangerous shots. Scored a few clean snipes last time these two teams met.
Hampson, he's dispossessed there by Dalmatel. Kozak almost got right through. Dalmatel steals it back, try to find Kozak in the middle, but that's snuffed out there by Max McCarg.
Leonard saves his team from a breakaway, picking off that pass as the Stampede player was streaking down the middle.
Ollie Rusky-Jones's pass hits Dalmatel. Brooks has to play at it. A bit of a tough time breaking out for the Stampede at the moment. Now Lapsa, the first goal scorer. Kazhanov passes it to Simon. He just loses it. And now Lockie Freer passes that over. He found Robbie. Now here's Gene, the star import for the Stampede this season. Gets his pocket picked by Jonsson, who tried to go on the near side. Couldn't get past Mitchell Freer. Roth gets pushed into the boards by Kazhanov. Lucky Frere with a shot from the point. That's not going to trouble Gibson. Roth plays it up. Mitchell Frere will put it in low for Devlin. Roth to Devlin again. Dalmatel puts it up the boards, doesn't get out of the zone. Roth with a shot, well wide. Pass down there to Lockie Frere. He can't handle it. Johnson tried to push out the boards, but actually puts it in the middle for Dalmatel. He's got a bit of time. He gives it to Luke Simon, who just dumps it in. Full line change for the Swarm. And 4 for the Stampede.
Good shift for the Stampede there, as their two big imports, Connor G and Max Roth, were really working it in the zone.
Now Blake Campbell trying to go right through the middle. There are a couple of Swarm players on him. True looking for some options. Axel Rusky-Jones, leave it on for Chalice. Quick shot off from him. Once again, good save by Gibson.
That's right. Good save by Gibson. Nice mid-crease depth. Gets square to the puck. Takes it in the gut. No rebound. So Stampede's fighting back a little bit, applying a bit of pressure on that last shift against the Swarm. They'll need to apply a bit more to tie this one up.
Nice pass here from Chalice, finds True. From downtown, a shot out of rebound off the back wall there by Flight. And that's played up to Steen, who just gets it out. Dumped in by Flight. Steitley's going to be there first for the Swarm. Steitley with a nice pass right through the middle to find March. He just waits for some numbers to get in, tries to fire it on net, but snuffed out nicely by Blake Campbell. Now March gets a pass off to Steen. Steen with a shot off the blocker of Brooks and up and out of play here, and he just got to that.
Good save by Aston Brooks. Takes that one standing up. Whenever you see a goalie making a standing save like that, that means that they read the shot release very well, aren't guessing. So Aston Brooks dialed in after giving up that early first goal.
Ask me what I'm doing after the game, Bartek.
What are you doing after the game?
Going to get home, chuck the heater on, put a couple of gourmet pies in the oven, and sit down and watch the All Blacks.
What sort of pie? Mince and cheese? Steak and cheese?
One is a lamb, rosemary, kumara, and honey.
Oh, that sounds good.
And the other one's a curry pie.
Oh, lamb and kumara. That's a classic combination. Let us know your favorite pie flavors in the chat. Apologies to any non-Kiwis who don't get to enjoy our delicious pies. If you're watching, come over here. Get some delicious pies.
They are good, aren't they?
Yeah, Kiwi pies, nothing beats them.
Now Rowdy gets a quick shot off. Not going to trouble Brooks from there. Max McCarg with a cross-ice pass. That was just behind Robbie. Rowdy's pass intercepted by Max McCarg at neutral ice. Wimmer finds Kozak. Ollie Rusky-Jones steps on him, so he just dumps it in, and that's going to be cleared. The length of the ice should be icing against the Stampede. It is.
So Migwig replied to our pie question in the chat. Votes for classic mince pie. So probably also a vanilla ice cream enjoyer. Just the standard. Got steak and cheese from Mystery X Mystery. Classic flavor. I like the pork and taro. That's a niche pie flavor I like. So a lot of those sort of island-inspired pies down in South Auckland.
Pass up to Devlin. Tries to get away from Kazhanov. A couple of options here for Devlin. Centering pass over to Roth. Sorry, Connor Jean. But couldn't get a shot away. Atwell does well to bump Jean off the puck and takes the goal out too. Here's Hemming. The net's put back on the Swarm end, but the whistle will be blown. Not sure why they took that long to blow the whistle when the net was off for ages, but now it's back on.
Well, they're just playing advantage football style. Like the World Cup is on, so they're just borrowing a few football rules. Seeing now on the replay.
Yeah, good play though, I reckon. At least if the attack's going the other way.
Oh, yep. So Atwell got tripped and went flying into that post. Ouch. Luckily, these pegs aren't very deep, so probably didn't hurt too much as that net came off. The whistle will come just outside the Stampede defensive zone.
So the Axel Rusky-Jones up against Dalmatau. Dalmatau actually didn't know where the face-off dot was, and I don't blame him at all. Shot there from Lapsa. Hit the stick of Mitchell Frere on the way. Lapsa's pass up to Hufnagel. Gets a shot on too. And Janssen will have to chase it towards that Zamboni door. Plays it up to the point. Shot there from Stiley. Redirect. It was trouble. It's still there. It's loose. Brooks finally jumps on it.
Great shift for the Swarm, applying the pressure, and once again getting a nice deflection that almost fools Aston Brooks. He had to be sharp there to get onto that one. And good shift by Lapsa, creating that offense, making some good passes, retrieving the puck, and almost feeding it to his teammate at the back door there, but Brooks is onto it, covers it up. Ooh, beef cheek and cheese. That's a good call for a pie flavor in the chat.
Chalice's pass gets deflected off a Swarm stick, so no icing. Flight's going to be there first for the Stampede. Plays it low for Chalice, who just left it. Steen plays it off the boards, but only to Cameron True for the Stampede. Flight tries to find a pass into the middle. Shot there from the point by Chalice. A blocker save made by Gibson.
Chalice, former Swarm player, has moved down to Queenstown, been playing with the Stampede for a couple of years now. Former Admiral as well.
And that's just offside as Steen gained the zone and received a hit by True for his troubles as well.
On the replay now, seeing that blocker save by Alexa Gibson. Had a clear sight of that. Hard shot, but she makes the save.
Face off one there by Max McCarg against Atwell. Ollie Rusky-Jones weighing up his options, try to find Harrison cutting right into the middle. If that got through, it could have been dangerous. Now Simon, his shot not on target. Atwell gives it to Hemming, who just fans on a pass. Haven't seen too much of Hemming here this evening just yet.
Yeah, he's got great hands though, so the Stampede will have to be careful not to give him space in front of the net.
The centering pass here from Kozak was just snuffed out by Amston, and Harrison's going to beat out the icing.
Well done by Luke Simon to take the body though, not let him get onto the puck.
Harrison will play it up to the point where Gene's waiting. Pushed off the puck there by Hemming. McCard keeps it in the zone. As Kozak does a little bit of ballerina-style dancing and then hits the ice. Just lost his balance there for a sec.
Yeah, ice is slippery. Watch out.
Roth behind his net. Haven't seen too much from Max Roth or Connor Jean so far, the two hot imports for the Stampede. Pass there from Devlin. Here's Jean. Almost speak of the devil.
Big block by Adam Stiley there. That was a great chance for Jean.
Jean trying to find a pass here to find Lockie Frere. Now Stiley just plays it off the boards to Janssen, but it was just too far in front of him. Slightly plays it off the boards for Janssen once again. Turned over by Mitchell Frere. Tic-tac-toe here for the Stampede. Lockie Frere. And hit there by Hufnagel, and Devlin knocks the door open.
Oh wow, what a hit by Nathan Hufnagel. Almost sent him out the door into the crowd.
And we'll see you here again on the replay.
Oof.
That probably took a lot of the energy out of the hit when he hit the door.
Yeah, spared him a bit.
Now Thula try to play it up, but hit the stick of Jean. Pass up to the point, True. And cleared out of the zone there by March. Black Campbell with a pass to True. He'll just get it out of the zone. And that will be icing against the Swarm as Steen couldn't get a touch.
So face-off coming all the way back into the Swarm end and not able to change. Josh Steen coasting a little bit, trying to get his breath back there.
Oh, he's only 20 years old. What do you mean?
He had a hard shift. He's working hard out there.
That he is. And cleared out of the zone by Hopkinson, who plays his 150th game tomorrow for the Botany Swarm. Here's Axel Rusky-Jones, finds Chalice, gets a shot off, but hits the stick of, I think, Steen, and goes up and out of play.
Great defensive play. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like it's Josh Steen there. Yeah, getting a stick on that shot. Great defensive play by the young player. He's 5 goals on the season for the Swarm, and he shows he can play defense too, sparing Alexa Gibson from having to make a big save.
Koptev against Axel Rusky-Jones. I'm sure those two have played for New Zealand at lower age group levels. Now Kazhanov, 4th line out there for the Swarm. Koptev trying to go right through the middle. I have to touch up. And now Axel Rusky-Jones puts on the afterburners. Tries to go through pretty much the whole team and gets dispossessed. Put in by Quigley as Amson catches that and plays it down. Ollie Rusky-Jones now. Hands his own, finds Jackson Flight, trying to go backhand on Gibson and lands on her as well.
That looks uncomfortable. Oh man. Hopefully she's okay. That's an easy MCL tear in that position. She's down in the butterfly and the Stampede player goes over the top. Ouch. That is not good. She is down in pain. Yeah, you have to be careful going to the goalie like that. That's a really dangerous play. Looks like she's on her knees trying to... Yeah, she's not looking good down there. Possibly Connor Parr might have to jump in net. More than capable, of course, but tough luck for Alexa in the first period taking that sort of hit. Had a knee injury last year as well from a similar situation. Looks like she's determined to stay in there, though. Good to see she's all right, but I can vouch for that being extremely uncomfortable, having someone fall on you when you're in the butterfly.
So Gibson will remain in the game, as Atwell and McCarg will go at it. One there by Atwell, played round the back by Hoofnagel. Unable to clear the zone. Shot there from Rother. Redirect as Robbie tried to tuck it home, but it was bouncing. You need a high level of skill to hit the puck out of the air, Bartek.
Yeah, for sure. That was a good chance, though, for the Stampede.
Shot there by Hemming. Not going to trouble Brooks.
Welcome to the line, our newest sponsor, Queen Bee.
So Brooks easily cleaning up that shot. And speaking of, so the Swarm would like to welcome to the Hive our newest sponsor, Queen Bee Cleaning Services. Every Hive needs a queen, and we are proud to call you ours. Will the Swarm have another Queen Bee in net tonight? Alexa Gibson battling through this first period.
Now Harrison tries to go around Steitley. He does. He's got some options. Couldn't get a nice pass off to Robbie. A chance gone out the window there for the Stampede. They are now leading in the shots department. Slowly working their way back into this game. As Atwell will just half-heartedly dump that in. And Thula has to skate back and around Robbie. Try to find Dalmatel. Does. Centering pass there by Dalmatel. Here's Thula. Just puts it wide. Good chance saved by Thula.
Nice hands by the Swiss defenseman.
A hit there by Jonsson. Comes out second best against Max Roth. He's got Lucky Frere in the middle. The pass just hits the skate of Thula. Here's Gene. Shoots and scores.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Turnover there by Leonard Wimmer right to Connor Jean. That is absolutely not who you want to give the puck to.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right on a plate. Here you go, Connor. Plenty of space to work with. And that's a tough ask for Alexa to save that. Look at that, right in the corner. Yeah, off the post and in. Can't get more perfect than that. So unfortunate mistake for the Swarm late in this period. With 2 minutes and 32 seconds left, the Stampede have tied it up.
The Swarm definitely didn't want that. You give the Stampede an inch, they will take a mile.
Especially you can't serve it up on a plate like that.
Now March, show a little skill to get past the defenseman. Shot there from Kazanov, he fans on it. As Blake Campbell has to play it around for Gene. There's a little bit of trouble with that Zamboni door as True tries to fire around for Lucky Frere and he just dumps it out. Devlin gets hit there by Simon as he tried to cut into the middle.
What a hit. Absolutely lays him out.
Definitely don't want to cut into the middle when you've got Luke Simon lurking near you. And good play there by Hawkinson, just touches that to negate the icing. Almost kept in there by Kozak. As Gene dodges a hit there by Hoofnagel. Steitley can't get past Axel Rusky Jones. I think I said it about 4 or 5 years ago, Bartosz, that Axel Rusky Jones will be a huge part of the Stampede team in the coming years, and he is definitely starting to do that.
Yeah, you called it. He's looked really good out there and looked great in the first series between these two teams. Scored a goal or two, I believe.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Hoofnagel tried to get something on net. Hemming was looking for a redirect there. Last minute remaining in the opening period. Swarm probably been the better team, but they do not have the lead anymore.
That's right, just a tough unforced error there to bring the Stampede back into this one late in the period.
Now Amston going right through the middle himself. A good two-way defenseman is Stefan Amston. As Roth just backhands that one in deep. Now Lupsa will go around the back of his net. Cut into the middle and finds Atwell, who fires it over to Jonsson, but too far in front of him to handle. And that will do it for the opening period. A score of 1-1. The Botany Swarm definitely looking like they want to win this game, Bartek. Obviously gave away that goal by an unfortunate event there by Wimmer. I'm sure he'll probably let that go soon, but you give it to Connor Jean in a space like that, he's going to make you pay for it.
Yeah, you don't want to serve it up on a plate for him like that. But one positive that we saw from the Swarm this period, so as we talked about before the game, so the Swarm needed to get players in front of Aston Brooks, take away his eyes, get some deflections, and we did see quite a few deflections the Swarm were able to get in. As we saw, Kyle March had a really nice tip with Aston Brooks sliding to his right. Kyle March tipped it back the other way, got it off the post. So if the Swarm keep doing that, I think they'll have a shot at winning this game. Good to see that from them.
Looks like the Stampede probably just need to calm it down a bit. Get a bit more composed. Some of their passes are not finding the tape. They're having a little bit of trouble breaking out. But when they go forward, they are looking good. So that is definitely something good to take out of the first period.
Yeah, and we saw a little bit of a mismatch once the fourth line for the Swarm was on. The Stampede took advantage of that and generated some chances. So we'll see if the Stampede can take advantage of a few line mismatches, as they do have quite a lot of depth
That they definitely do. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back momentarily for period number 2. Welcome back here at the Hive, ladies and gentlemen. NZIHL action between the Botany Swarm and the SkyCity Stampede. We're tied at 1 after 1. Second period of the long shift about to get underway, Bartek. Probably even, maybe slight advantage for the Botany Swarm, but
yeah, I would say a slight advantage to the Botany Swarm in terms of the scoring chances they were able to generate. The shot count for the Stampede 9-7, and we're seeing now on the screen the goal scorer. So Rudolf Lopsa opened the scoring under a minute into the game. Nice tight angle shot. We saw Aston Brooks had his glove pretty high, maybe anticipating that high top corner shot, and Rudolf put it just over the pad under the glove, snuck it in. And then late in that period, Connor Jean, the American, former ECHL player, had the puck right on a plate with a rough turnover by the Swarm. He took his time, did not make a mistake, posting in top corner. No chance for Lexa Gibson.
Yeah, still yet to get his mugshot taken too as CJ Connor Jean.
Oh, yeah.
As he doesn't have a photo there, but we'll get him one very soon. So period 2 underway here in Botany. Stampede will see first of the puck. Well, pressured on by Max McCarg. Shot there from Kozak, doesn't get through. Robbie just passes it straight to Kozak. He tried to find a centering pass. No one was there for the Swarm. Now Amston will just play it over to Ollie Rusky Jones. Max McCarg just passes it into the neutral zone, only to find Hemming on the other team. Kazhanov's pass picked out there by McCarg. As Kozak will turn away from Robbie. Kazhanov just loses it. Now Simon plays it up for Lupsa. He'll find Hemming. Those two back on the same line once again. A little bit of line changes for the Botany Swarm between periods.
Yeah, maybe trying to get Nico Hemming going, as Rudolf Lopsa is a great playmaker, maybe hoping that he'll be able to set him up for goal. Nico with an excellent shot. Definitely danger out there.
Now Kazhanov didn't get over halfway before he put that one in, so that will be icing against the Botany Swarm.
Luckily the Swarm just completed a line change, so they're pretty fresh, so not too much of a risk for them. But of course, the Stampede getting their big guns out there. Max Roth, Connor Jean, Dylan Devlin on the dot, take the face off.
Yeah, Devlin also having a very good season for the SkyCity Stampede. He is up there in the top 10 points leaders.
Yeah, he scored one on me last time we played. Little backdoor tap in.
You love to give those ones up, don't you?
No, I hate it. Wasn't very cool of him to do that.
And I see your wife just delivered you a nice cold Powerade there too,
yeah,
Bartek.
She's the best. #1 puck bunny for sure.
She actually messaged me during the break if I needed anything from the cafe. I said, I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, what a nice lady. The best. Thank you, Tanya. Also a hockey player. Plays wing down in C Division. Scored her first goal ever last year.
Really?
Happy for her. Yeah. Just banged in a rebound, cleaning up the trash.
Lockie Free almost trying to get a shot off there. Hoofnagel plays it off the boards. Nice work there from Dalmatau to gain back possession for the Swarm. Rips one, and that's up and out of play. Look out. That went into the merch stand.
Hopefully everyone's okay down there. Saw a lot of interesting chat over the break about food. I saw someone suggesting deep fried turkey, definitely an American in the chat there. I saw someone else suggesting crocodile pie. That must be an Australian. Their pies are okay, not quite as good as Kiwi pies though, I must say, from my time in Melbourne and Perth. Didn't find it quite as good. Sorry, Australians, if you're watching.
Well, we've got the best beef and lamb in the world.
Oh, for sure.
Shot there, put aside by Brooks, as Chalice will rim that one around for True. He fires it up to Robbie, who got a touch. So that's Jackson Flight.
And the whistle for the icing. So face-off will come back into the Stampede zone. looks like to the left of Aston Brooks. Hopkinson on the draw with Josh Steen to his left.
Hopkinson try to go right through Axel Rusky-Jones there. Might just have to call the Rusky-Jones brothers by their first names.
It's Axel and who's the other Rusky-Jones?
Blake. Oh, sorry,
Ooh.
Ollie.
And
Blake is one of the Campbells.
Aston Brooks had to be sharp there as that puck rolled in, gets a glove on it, smothers it for a whistle. So big thank you to Print Plus, the official printing partner of the Botany Swarm. Visit printplus.co.nz for all your printing needs. I wonder if they're responsible for these lovely game day programs that we have here. Thank you, Print Plus.
Now Ollie Rusky-Jones on the puck now. Fires that up to Harrison. They're trying to find Max McCargan in the middle, but here's Campbell who just fluffs a shot. That was Logan Campbell. Now Quigley with a bit of pace, trying to get around Ollie Rusky-Jones. Centering pass here to Steen. A shot from Koptev. He'll score!
What a goal by Dima Koptev, and the fourth line strikes for the Swarm. Great net drive by Leon Quigley, going wide, feeds it into the slot, tapped off of Josh Ruri's stick, and Dima Koptev, with so much time and space, just absolutely wires it. I think he gets it through the 5-hole. Ooh, that's tough for Aston Brooks. Maybe just doesn't get down in time, or sometimes, depending on the pad model, looks like he's wearing Brian's pads. Sometimes Brian's pads are a little bit soft in the thigh rise. Sometimes you get a little bit of squeaking in those cases. Yeah,
well,
I'm a big stiff pad fan. Through. Yeah. Wonder if that was an equipment malfunction or Brooks just didn't get down in time. But either way, 2-1 for the Swarm and an icing. So we'll get a face-off down in the Stampede and time for the Swarm to apply a little bit more pressure again. So great to see the fourth line on the board there. They, I think the Stampede wiped the floor a bit with the fourth line in the first period, but great for them to come back and score one here in the second.
So Outwell against Devlin, nicely won there by Devlin. Ollie Rusky-Jones tried to clear, slightly stepped in, and now they've got a 2-on-1 here. Jean's got lucky Freer with him, finds Freer in the middle, but Hoofnagel just got the stick lift.
Excellent defensive play by Hoofnagel to save a goal there.
I thought Jean may have taken a more direct approach towards the net, but he was sinking past the whole way.
What an unselfish player. He must be tired of scoring goals.
Oh, I don't know about that. Kept in there by Devlin. Try to find Lockie Freer, but that bounces over his stick. Shot there from Jean. Now Roth just plays it over to the Zamboni door. Hoofnagel plays up the boards. Hemming can't clear. Hemming will get it back though. Finds Kozak. Camping up at the blue line. He fires it over to Outwell. Trying to find a little pass through a gap to find Hemming. But Mitchell Freer steps in and takes that away.
And number 27, Leon Quigley.
And that will be icing against the Stampede. Pass here from Lockie Freer. Couldn't find his intended target.
Yeah, lots of icing so far from the Stampede. Looks like they're going for that stretch pass, trying to catch the Swarm sleeping, spring someone. But hasn't worked out that well for them so far, other than that 2-on-1 opportunity they just had.
So Dalmatel up against Devlin. Once again, Devlin wins another draw for the Stampede. So having a good night in the face-off dot. And Roth's going to go right through the middle. Gives it over to Lockie Freer, gets dispossessed by Thula. Avoids a hit coming. And he plays up the balls for Dalmatel. Passes into the middle to find Lapsa. He's got a bit of pace. Doesn't control it all the way. Gets around Mitchell Freer. And plays up to the point for Thula. Lapsa will get it back. Has a quick shot. That hits the shin of Roth. And just offside was Max Roth as Lockie Freer was entering the zone.
Swarm a little bit lucky there, that 3-on-2 developing. The Stampede took that one offside. You can see Marshy's Tekabo fan club in the chat there. Thanks for joining us to cheer on Kyle March, who's out there number 5 on the right wing for this draw.
I'm sure he's got a few fan clubs around the world. He's a great hockey player and an all-around great guy too.
Yeah, great flow too.
Well, I'm not really a fan of the flows, to be honest.
Oh, really?
With you.
I guess I could tell based on your haircut. More of a beard guy, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and military style haircut, kind of. Take nothing away from the guy, though. I absolutely love him. Just not my hairstyle.
Oh, I wish I could have a beautiful flow. I think my hair is a little bit too fine and thin.
Now Chalice on the near side gets something on net. As Simon had his back to the plate and it hit him.
Stampede doing well to cause some problems in front of the net there, get some traffic in front of Lexa Gibson.
March trying to find a pass here to Steen just before. If that got through, it could have been trouble, but here's Hopkinson. Doesn't get a good shot off. Now Chalice bangs it over to True. He'll play it up for Axel. Trying to get around Hoofnagel was Axel Rusky-Jones, but he gets dispossessed. Now that fourth line back out there for the Swarm. Koptev, it's got Rawadi in the middle. Doesn't pass. Slightly with a shot that's blocked on the way to the net by Robbie. Hoofnagel does well to keep it in the blue. His shot once again blocked, but by Jackson Flight this time. I think the last time I called a game the Stampede were playing in, they had an extremely high amount of shots blocked. They definitely put their bodies on the line for their hockey club.
Yeah, absolute warriors. They do block a lot of shots, get right in the shooting lanes, make it difficult for the Swarm.
Now Harrison gets smashed into the boards there by Hoofnagel.
He's given a few big hits so far. I think he was the one who delivered the one that popped open the door.
There's Ollie Rusky-Jones, doesn't get a shot off as Hemming was stepping in on him. Slightly can't clear as Max McCarg read it. Now a little battle for it behind the net as Hemming tries to play it off the net back to himself. And Slightly gives that to Rawadi, but he can't control that. Ampson will leave it on for Harrison. Harrison steps in and shoots. I think Gibson had to make a save. As Hemming will go to the far side, plays it off the glass and out of danger.
Around where he can finally get off the ice. He had a really long shift there. So the fourth line got stuck.
Oh, pass there into the middle by Hoofnagel, finds Lockie Frey. His shot not on target.
That is a dangerous turnover again for the Swarm. They'll need to be careful not to do that.
And Lockie Frey, a neutralized slap shot, is put up out of play by Gibson.
Good to get a break here as the Swarm were a little bit under pressure. Gives them a minute to catch their breath. Nice to see Kiwi Megan appreciating the goalie chats. You know, I've been told I say the word RVH too much. I haven't said it yet tonight. We'll have to work it at some point.
You have now. Open the floodgates, why don't you, Bartek? Shot there from the point, gets all the way through. Gibson had to get down and make a save. Another shot. He's bouncing around.
That was a save from the RVH, by the way.
That was. And we're on 2. Thula trying to win it back off a Stampede player. That's Devlin. That comes out into neutral. Lupsa just leaves it behind. Dalmachal trying to win it back. He cannot. Here's Mitchell Frere. 3-on-1. Lockie Frere. Brother to brother pass. That could have been a good goal.
So excellent stick by Leonard Wimmer there. Makes up for that error in the first period, saving a goal on that 3-on-1. Connor Parr on the bench giving props to his defenseman.
Now Roth will play it on the near side. Lockie Frere. He fires it over but just hits Dalmachal. Now Kazhanov with a bit of time. Mitchell Frere will get a change for the Stampede. Simon with a bit of time to escape right through the middle. It's a backhand shot put aside by Brooks off the stick. Simon with a tough angle shot. March looking for a redirect, but puts it too high and out of play.
Yeah, good idea getting a stick on that shot from a tight angle. You're not going to beat Brooks with a straight shot. Go for that deflection. Unlucky that it ends up in the netting, but if he keeps at it, eventually he'll get one. He had one off the post early in the first period, Kyle March. See that on the replay now, flying way up into the netting. Whistle still in the Stampede zone.
Now Blake Campbell will put around the boards for Flight. His pass into the middle to find Axel Rusky-Jones, who does have a bit of pace trying to win it back, but Stitley is there first. Hopkinson just lofts that all the way down ice. It's on net, so Brooks has to play it. No icing. True finds Flight. Try to find a backhand pass into the middle to Axel Rusky-Jones. Now True will find Axel Rusky-Jones. Hopkinson, nice little pass into the middle to find Steen, but on the back check was Axel. Shot there from March. Pad save made. Centering pass to March. Couldn't get the backhand shot off as that was bouncing. Axel Rusky-Jones passes to Chalice. And those two will get a change. Flight centering pass there. Finds, I think, Logan Campbell. And Thula buys himself a bit of time with a spin move.
Lovely skater, Stefan Thula, the Swiss defenseman. Always reliable back there for the Swarm.
Like a Swiss Army knife he is at times.
Yeah, actually, he had some good hands in that first period. Almost scored.
Here's
one.
Harrison all alone. Goes to the net. Goes forehand. Not putting it in the net. Have to see a replay on what happened there.
Yeah, did he
That was
mishandle it,
close.
or did Alexa make a save?
I'd say maybe both. Shot there from Amson from a tough angle. Harrison looking for a redirect. And another shot. Another save. Once again, Harrison on the backhand. Some good pressure here by the Stampede at the moment. They want that goal back in a hurry. That's wrapped around the glass. Swarm finally get it out of the zone as that's knocked into the Stampede bench, so we'll get a whistle.
Some great saves by Alexa on this play. Seeing on the replay now. Gets her pad on that one. Seen Alexa fan in the chat. Kiwi Megan watching from Ontario, cheering for Alexa. Alexa, former goaltender for the University of Ottawa. Lucky to have her here in New Zealand now, playing for both the Swarm and the women's team, the Auckland Steel.
Kozak tries to play it up the boards. Roth does well to keep it in. He'll find Devlin. He's pressured on by Simon. Those two have come together a little bit tonight. Played up for Roth. He'll play it off the boards for Lockie Frere. Try to find Jean in the middle, but Hemming steps in very well and intercepts that. Kozak try to find out. Well, Hemming with a shot.
Big save by Aston Brooks there with Nico Hemming lurking at the back door.
And Stitley fires it over to the Swarm bench, but Atwell was getting a change. Stitley plays it over to Hufnagel, but a bouncing puck goes over his stick. Tough angle shot there from Devlin is blocked by Hufnagel. Hufnagel will leave it on for Kozak, but too far. And Stitley will play that around where Lockie Frere is waiting. Jean turns away from Dalmatel. And a shot there from the point. Kozak can't clear as Chalice keeps at it in the zone. Shot there from Lockie Frere, not on target. Some tied legs out there for the Swarm at the moment. Slightly. They finally get it out of danger. Hemming's coming for a change, so is Kozak. Those two are absolutely done. You almost probably just want to ice it here, Bartek.
Yeah, the Swarm need a bit of a rest, and like you said, I think they're... Oh no, it's being waved off. Aston Brooks fumbles it.
Yeah, now Lapsa will find it on his stick. He'll put it low for Jonsson. Try to run a centering pass to Dalmatau, who almost got a good shot off. And Logan Campbell was like, he got twisted up there with Lapsa.
Yeah, it looks like he grabbed onto Lapsa, so got away with a holding call. And I think now we're getting a call maybe against Lapsa for retaliation.
Yeah, and then Flight came in for a little bit of a late hit.
Referee's got his hand up.
Have to wait and see if there is a call on the play.
So we see here the Stampede player gets his hand wrapped around Rudolf Lapsa, tries to drag him down.
Yeah, he actually held the hand of Lapsa, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Got away with the holding call there. Don't think the ref saw that one. Very sneaky by the Stampede player. Look at Puck Norris saying shout out to the commentators. Well done, Bryce. He's enjoying our commentary. Thank you, Puck Norris. What a cool name, too.
Yeah. That is a good name, actually.
So discussion still ongoing between the referees, the two captains, Michael Atwell and Stefan Amston, having a chat with the referees. One of the referees, or I believe the lineswoman, is Brooke Patron, one of the players for the Auckland Steel. Excellent hockey player. Good referee as well. And a zookeeper in her spare time. Works down in the Hamilton Zoo.
That's right.
Loves some adorable zoo animals.
It's actually one place I'd like to go in the next couple of months. I haven't been since I was a kid.
Yeah, I haven't been a long time either.
It's always
Curious
a good day
what cool
out.
animals they have down there. Maybe some interesting Australian animals.
Looks like the ref is calling for someone, and it will be Lapsa. So I'd like to see what they do call, because if it is a hold, it should technically be the other way around, where Logan Campbell should be going in the box.
Yeah, I think the referees missed that one. It was quite sneaky. As he was facing towards the Swarm bench, the referees didn't have the best look at it. So I think Rudolph's is the only one going for retaliation. So a chance for the Stampede here with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in this second period to maybe even it up. The Stampede power play is extremely lethal. So we'll see them try and work it up to the point, get some traffic in front of Alexa, and they're going to make it difficult for the Swarm here.
And it is the very first power play of the evening for either team. As Lockie Frere can't keep it in the zone, so they'll have to get something going from the back with Roth. Roth weighing up some options. Fires it right up to Gene.
Number 62, Rudolf Lapsa for holding.
Gene over to Chalice. He'll play it up high for Amston. Roth fakes a shot. Now Connor Gene will give it back to Roth. Gene again, Chalice down low. Gene once again try to find Amston. Hit the stick of Hopkinson, but remains in the zone. Amston will give it to Lockie Frere behind the net. Gets it back. Shot there from Gene. That's blocked on the way to the net and cleared.
Critical block for the Swarm to clear that one out. Not let Gene get a shot on net.
Now Chalice. Looking for options, still with it. Give it to Jean. No shots on target yet for the Stampede power play. Roth gets it right through traffic, but Gibson saw it. Not sure how.
Yeah, good catch by Alexa Gibson. Just right up by the ears. Might have been heading right for her face, and she gets her hands up and snags it. Good catch. Especially no rebound there. That's really important. Getting that whistle. Well done by Alexa. Catch that through the traffic.
.25 seconds remaining on the SkyCity Stampede power play. Roth will play it low for Amston. Caught out of midair there by Dalmatau. And he finds Koptev. Koptev could have had his second of the night.
Beautiful feed by Ivan Dalmatau.
All those who have linked up a lot in summer leagues. And that will do it. Penalty minutes have expired. Swarm back to even strength.
Critical penalty kill for the Swarm. They'll be proud of that one.
Yeah, not the best of power plays for the Stampede. Now Lapsa with a shot. Doesn't force Brooks to make a save. Simon passes to Lapsa and gets it back. Simon with a shot. Stick save made by Brooks, trying to cover it up. He finally does.
Nice pass by Rudolf Lapsa there as he just teed it up for Luke Simon, who's coming in with speed, able to create that speed difference, and Luke Simon causing a bit of problems for Aston Brooks with a shot there. He has a really good shot, Luke.
Yeah, I think, that nice little saucy pass from Dalmatau. Koptev just tried to cut back on the backhand, but just lost it.
Yeah, it was rolling. It probably would have done well to just chip that. Rolling puck can be hard to read for a goaltender.
Now Kozak pushed out in the corner there by True. Simon will just gain the halfway and dump it in. Kozak trying to step into the middle and gets crunched there by True.
What a hit by the Stampede. Absolutely demolished Kozak. Luckily he's okay. Still skating out there.
Here's Hopkinson, leaves it on for Kozak. Andre Kozak on it. Finds Hopkinson right in that slot. Pass got right through. Hopkinson trying to keep it in. McCarg gets it out. Stampede will change up 3 personnel. Now March gets a touch on it. Got Mitchell Frere. A little bit of speed. Mitchell Frere's going to go right through. Gets around Wimmer as well, but Thula's going to have it behind the net. And as Axel Rusky-Jones will just bang it around for flight. Wimmer will skate around the back of his net. Fires that off the glass. The only sort of Stampede player, Dalmatau. Tries to go right through the middle. March with a shot. Glove save made by Brooks.
Puck was going wide, but good idea by Brooks. Just catch that and get a whistle. Slow this game down. And we hope you're enjoying this heart-stopping action this second period. On that note, a big thank you to AED New Zealand, cardiac equipment specialist. Don't skip a beat with AED New Zealand. Thank you for your sponsorship.
Last minute remaining in the second period. Swarm with a 2-1 advantage. It's been a tight one so far. Johnson will have it on the far side, just leaves it behind and kicks it too far in front of him to handle, but now knocks it out of midair, gets a shot off. Not going to trouble Brooks.
Yeah, he had a clear sight of that one. Lapsa almost got a stick on it, caused deflection, but just misses it. And Brooks scoops it up in the breadbasket for a whistle.
Shot there from Jansson's blocked, and Brooks is going to have to pounce on that before Lupsa can get there.
Seeing some discussion in the chat of a Hamilton expansion team for the NZIHL. So actually there were plans to build a nice ice complex down in Hamilton, and I think a stop was put to that during the COVID lockdowns. But hopefully one day we'll get an expansion team down there in Hamilton.
Pass here from Devlin, finds Gene. Devlin going to the net. Gene with a shot, just put it above the shoulder of Gibson and above the crossbar as well, as Jansson tried to cut right into the middle. But Roth, the star defenseman for the Stampede, read that. Simon will come in offside and gets hit for his troubles as well. And that will do it for the second period. And now Roth and Simon are going to go at it. Roth was saying something to Simon, and Simon says, maybe we can go if you want.
I think Roth maybe took exception to Luke's shot while his teammate was offside, and Luke probably took exception to being knocked over there.
I'd probably put my money on Simon there, mate. He's a tough little cookie.
He definitely looks like he hits the gym, Luke Simon, absolutely ripped.
Absolutely, he does. Well, that's second period in the books, Bartek. Swarm still leading, as they did after, no, they didn't after the first, so they got the sole only goal for that period, leading 2-1. And I'll probably have to say again, they've probably just got the more amount of momentum in this.
Yeah, I think so. I think the Swarm have actually defended really well. We saw, I think the best chance of the period was actually that 3-on-1 that Leonard Wimmer, redemption for Leonard, got his stick on that shot and prevented a goal there. But yeah, I would say the Swarm were probably the better team in terms of the chances generated in this period. So the Stampede will be looking to continue their game, I think, get bodies in front of Alexa Gibson, make it difficult for her, feed pucks to the net from the point, and if they can do that, they might be able to get one back.
Well, there we have it. We'll take a quick break and be up ready for the third period of action.
period.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the NZIHL between the Botany Swarm and the SkyCity Stampede. The home team with a 2-1 lead at the moment going into the third period, Bartek. The Stampede not, in my opinion, not looking like themselves totally. They're a little bit sloppy here and there. The attack just doesn't look as prolific as it normally does, but the Swarm, they're having a good game.
Yeah, they are. Other than that mistake that set up Connor Jean for his goal, they've defended really well. And I think that was the only sort of grade A+ scoring chance that the Stampede were able to generate in that game, that one goal by Connor Jean. Otherwise, the Swarm have done really well defensively, protecting Alexa Gibson, letting her take those shots from the outside where it's easy for her to catch them and see them. The Stampede have done well creating traffic in front of Alexa, but haven't been able to convert that into goals yet so far.
And we will see Luke Simon actually got a penalty at the end of the second period there. Very questionable. A little bit soft in my opinion. I reckon if you're going to take one, take them both or none at all.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised by that call as well, as we saw Luke Simon get knocked over and then maybe retaliate a little bit, and only he got the penalty for the retaliation. Same as Rudolf's Lapsa earlier in that second period.
Very interesting. A couple of talking points there for easy penalties, but nonetheless, SkyCity Stampede on the power play to start the final period. Roth. He'll skate around the back of the net. Gives it to Chalice, who just gives it back to him. Jean at the point will find Roth. Pass to Amson. He has to stretch out to keep that in. Shot there from Jean right on. Good save by Gibson.
Yeah, good catch by Gibson. A little bit uncharacteristic for the Stampede. Not getting any traffic in front there, just unloading with the shot. Clear sight lines for Alexa. Yeah, she sees it all the way and avoids taking a headshot, catches that right in front of her.
So both lines will stay out there as March will clear that the length of the ice. Roth fires it up to Jean, but he doesn't control it. And slap-shotted in deep there by Hufnagel. Net's come off a little bit.
Yeah, Aston Brooks had just clipped that with his skate.
As Jean plays that over for Roth. Roth will get it back. Up top is Amston. Pulls the trigger but hits the shin of Lapsa, and he's feeling that one.
Might have got him in the ankle. Ouch.
Yeah, when you take a slap shot off these skates, you definitely feel a lot of it. Here's Amston. We'll give it over to Chalice. Long time Botany Swarm player Jordan Chalice. He gets pushed off the puck there by Wimmer, and Hufnagel will clear that. 3 personnel changes for the Swarm.
7 seconds left, or 5 seconds now on this power play.
And that will do it. Luke Simon out of the box. Nothing doing for the Stampede as Amson tries to go right through the middle. He does. Gets a backhand shot off.
Nice paddle down save by Alexa Gibson there, taking away the space.
Power play not looking too flash for the SkyCity Stampede, Bartek. They've had a couple now, and they have not looked too dangerous.
Yeah, a bit surprising. And I think especially that one shot they got from the point with absolutely no traffic in front of Alexa, a little bit uncharacteristic for the Stampede. They're usually trying to get bodies in front of there, take away the sight lines, and they just weren't able to do it. So excellent penalty killing by the Swarm as well.
It's a face-off just outside the Swarm defensive zone. Kazanov plays it for Simon. He gives up to March, who gains his own. Try to find Hopkinson. But Connor Harrison reading that well. Pass into the middle, broken up there from McCarg. As March just try to put it in, but True will find it. He just fires it into the neutral zone. And a hit from behind on Steen there by Harrison, not called. Probably not too much in it.
Just a little bit of bump on Josh Steen.
And a reverse hit there by Simon on Harrison. As Hopkinson gives it to March. Flatmates are Hopkinson and Kyle March in the Howick area. Pass there to Steen, who was sitting in the slot area.
Yeah, those two are inseparable, both on and off the ice.
That is true. As Harrison will catch it out of mid-air and put it down for a skate. Gets a shot off, but that hits Hoofnagel. And March leaves it on for Steitley. Steitley just gets it in deep. Receives a hit there too from Axel Rusky-Jones. And he'll play it up for Flight. Looks like he maybe was just inside the zone there before the puck came, but nonetheless, play will resume. Mitchell Frere puts it into the corner. Flight trying to find a centering pass.
Good stick by Alexa Gibson, poke at that pass.
And Lapsa will chip and chase. He'll win the race against Roth. But couldn't do anything with it.
Good to see him back out there after that shot block. Glad he's okay.
A little bit of a slow start here from both teams for the final period. Swarm maybe just looking to contain a little bit more than they were doing in the first couple of periods. Johnson passes it up to Hemming, but that was bouncing. He can't control it, so we'll get a whistle for icing.
Yeah, that's a tough pass for Nico Hemming to control up in the air and behind him. But the Swarm just got a change off. They're not too tired. Good for them, because you can't change on icing for anyone who's unaware.
The face off to the left of Gibson. As Wimmer loses the twig. Play up to the point for Ollie Rusky-Jones. He'll give it to Amston. He'll get a nice low shot off, put aside there by Gibson.
Tons of traffic in front of her as well.
I think Jean was looking for a redirect there. Devlin will find Jean down low. Jean getting away from a couple of Swarm skaters there. Puck will come out of the zone. Jean trying to find Ollie Rusky-Jones, but his pass intercepted by Hemming. Gives the pass right into the middle for Kozak. He gets pushed off the puck there by Ampson, and Brooks will pounce on it.
Kozak streaking through the middle, and the Stampede defenseman doing well to tie up his stick, not letting him get a shot off on Aston Brooks. Seeing a replay now of that shot. Looks like it went just off the skate blade of Alexa Gibson. Seeing that from behind the net. Look at all that traffic in front of her. Typical Stampede play, and yeah, maybe just off the skate blade. Either misses the net or off of her skate blade. That was a good chance for the Stampede. Exactly what they want to do to get back into this one.
So both these teams will have a week off next weekend. And then the Swarm will take on the Thunder, and the SkyCity Stampede will take on the Canterbury Red Devils. As True fires it up to Harrison. He got a touch on it, so there will be no icing. Simon turns away from McCarg. March trying to control it, plays it off the stick, still with it. March trying to find Steen, but Roth steps in. Pass up to McCarg, puts it in the middle, and Hoofnagel just dumps it in for the Swarm. Whistle on the play, not sure what it's about.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the whistle was for. Maybe offside? Not sure.
I think the puck went out of play. Ref had to go grab a new one.
Either way. Another thank you from the Swarm to Commercial Painting Limited for their support. Thank you, Commercial Painting Limited, for supporting the Swarm, bringing us this exciting ice hockey tonight.
Steen, high slot area, his shot blocked on the way to the net. Slap shot there from Steitley. And Brooks puts that up and out of play.
Yeah, good stick by Aston Brooks. It's always a good idea. Get your stick on those sort of pucks, deflect them up into the netting, get a whistle, and stop the play. Well done by Aston Brooks.
I wonder if we could get Commercial Paint to sponsor Paradise for some new lines.
That would be great, wouldn't it? What a great idea, Bryce.
Not just a pretty face, Bartosz.
Got a lot of brains up there in that big noggin.
Oh, I don't know about that. Hockey players aren't the smartest of bunches, as that pass was just in front of Steen. That could have been a golden opportunity there for the Swarm if he could have controlled that on his stick. Oh, lucky Freya. A good back check there by Hopkinson breaks that up. Hoofnagel's pass just too far in front of Steen, icing against the Swarm.
You know, actually, the Swarm are quite a brainy team. Kevin Simon behind the bench, professor of environmental science at the University of Auckland. I'm a math lecturer at the University of Auckland. Got Jackson Fontaine working for Rocket Lab. Ivan Domatow, engineering student. Marcus McDonald, engineering student. Luke Simon, computer science.
Well, there we go.
We got a brainy bunch out there.
You heard it here first.
A few more I've missed, I think. Connor Parr studying commerce at the university. Adam Steitley, masters in urban planning.
Shot there from Amson. Hit Axel Rusky-Jones and almost went in.
Yeah, I can see it.
As March gains his own, tries to find Steen once again. 2 or 3 passes lately to Steen have just been in front. A shot there from Amson. A big save by Gibson. Had to get the blocker up, as that was destined for the back of the net. Chalice's pass is off the back of the skate of Axel Rusky-Jones. And he throws it over to his brother, Ollie Rusky-Jones. Dalmatau comes and gets it out of the scrum. Dalmatau still with it on the backhand, fires it over to Jonsson, who got a shot off. A big save there by Brooks.
Very well read by Aston Brooks. He knew that Ivan was looking past all the way, slid across, paddled down, took away the net. Big one by Aston Brooks.
Once again, Ivan Dalmatau finds Lapsa this time. His shot blocked by Ollie Rusky-Jones. That needed to be made.
That is a critical block. Rudolf Lapsa has an excellent shot.
Dalmatau did a lot of good work to get through. And Simon plays the body on McCarg. And bangs it around here on the near side for Jonsson. True. Puts it over for Harrison. Got McCarg going to the net. That was the intended target, but comes off a skate and goes up into the net, so we'll get a whistle.
Seeing on the replay now, Ivan Domatow, the puck glued to his stick as usual. And as he loads it up on the backhand, Aston Brook realizes he's looking past all the way. He knows someone's driving backdoor, loads up that push leg and paddle down, takes away the opportunity for Kyle Jonsson at the back door.
Was that the RVH?
No, that was just a paddle down. There haven't been too many RVH saves today, sorry, so I haven't had a chance to use that. See, there's a drinking game going on in the chat. Try not to give everyone too much alcoholism by saying RVH too much.
Is it? Oh, that's gold. Now Steitley. Tough angle shot. Glove save there by Brooks.
Another big save by Aston Brooks. Sees Adam Steitley across the line and just rips it. Looks like it was actually going by the net. Aston Brooks saves with a bit of flair. A little bit of a windmill there, showing off.
As goalies like to do.
Oh, of course. It's all about the style.
Not too bad. It was kind of a reach back and bring it back. You love to windmill when it's right there. You'll just catch it just to the left of your hip, and then whoa, it's over
right. You got to windmill, do the splits, fall on your butt. You got to sell it.
That is true. Now Steen will gain his own for a Swarm. Tries to cut into the middle, but a good stick in the lane there by Roth. Dula gains the middle line and puts it in, but Brooks finds it in his glove and will get a whistle.
Yeah, no rush there. Good patience from Aston Brooks. Looking solid so far in this third period, keeping his team in it. Shots are 18-21 for the Botany Swarm. So the SkyCity Stampede slightly up in shots, down by 1 goal.
Yeah, I thought we'd have a few more goals here this evening, but this one has been tight. Backhand shot there from Lapsa. Dalmatel. Try to get another shot off. Dalmatel still with it. Finds Jonsson. Could have taken a shot, but elected to pass.
I think it was a good idea, but just missed that pass.
Now Lapsa will find it at the point. Gets right through everyone. Brooks makes a save. Yeah, I've said in a couple of earlier season games, but the Swarm, they just have not been consistent enough to get more wins this season, but they are being consistent every shift here tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Other than that one little hiccup in the first period, they've been pretty solid.
That they have. I've always said it, when the Swarm are on, they are on. Shot there from Amson, that hits the skater Thula. He tried to, and then Amson with another shot, try to maybe get it off the back of the goaltender.
I think that might have been an RVH save for Alexa Gibson.
Here we
Drink
go.
in the chat.
Raise your glasses. Flight will find Axel Rusky-Jones. Wimmer comes and nicks that off him. Wimmer trying to maybe do a little bit too much as he gave it away to Chalice. Axel Rusky-Jones in the middle, can't control it. Now Amson gets a shot off, a rebound, they score! It's Chalice scoring against his old team.
Classic Stampede goal. Look at that, feed it to the point, get all the bodies to that. Look at all that traffic in front of Alexa. Half the team's in front of her. And then the Stampede player, who was that, pounces on the puck. I think that was, yeah, number 22 there.
Chalice
Pounces on that rebound. Chalice against his former team. Dagger to the heart. Ties it up at 2. So we've got a game on our hands here. 9 minutes and 6 seconds left. 2-2 the score now.
Face-off one there by the Stampede. That was McCarg. Mitchell's Freres pass right through the middle. And here's McCarg on the skating as Kazhanov hit the deck. Now Kozak, he's got 2 Stampede players to beat, including Roth. Gets a pass down low for Koptev. He gives it to Hemming. He tried to find Kozak in the middle, but nicely read there by Max McCarg. Pass gets right through, finds Harrison. Harrison trying to go to the net.
Good defense by Luke Simon to force him off the puck there.
And Mitchell Frere's pass intercepted there by Steitley. As Hopkinson will just put that one in deep. A couple of changes there for the Swarm. Mitchell Frere behind his own net. Roth's pass will find Devlin. Will pass to himself. Hoofnagel's there first. Lucky Frere will give it back to Devlin behind the net, but he can't control it. Leaves it behind. Nicely kept in at the blue there by Ollie Rusky-Jones. Stampede looking like the better team here in the third period. Shot there from Devlin. Didn't get everything on it. And Gibson makes a save nonetheless.
Yeah, see Dylan Devlin getting a little poke on the glove right after she covers it there. A little pest Dylan Devlin causing a bit of agitation. Getting a reaction from the Swarm players who shove him into the bar. Yeah, the puck was well covered. Dylan Devlin knew that, just being a pest, as he's somewhat known to be.
Yep.
I think he takes pride in that label.
Dylan the Devil Devlin. Thulo played around the boards for Jonsson. Tried to find a pass run to the middle. He does. He finds Lapsa. There's Dalmatel. His shot blocked by Ollie Rusky-Jones. Not sure why Lapsa didn't charge to the net there. Stolen here in the neutral by Dalmatel. Gives it over to Jonsson, who cuts through, gets a shot off, but puts it way too high. couple of half chances here for the Swarm at the moment. Now Dalmatau will leave it on for Lapsa. He fans on the shot.
Cute little pass by Ivan behind the back to Lapsa.
Cute little everything by Dalmatau normally, isn't it? Here's a shot, one time, big save, Gibson. Jean was looking for a great one-time effort. Lapsa was charging to the net there. Johnson's pass didn't get through. It's heating up now, end-to-end stuff.
Oh yeah, we got some exciting action here. Great defensive play by the Stampede defenseman, diving to block that pass on that last opportunity for the Swarm.
Mitchell Frere will give that up to Flight. His pass intercepted by Kozak, and now Koptev will come the other way. Try to find Hemming, but hit the skate of Roth. Roth will find Axelrusky Jones. He try to give it to Flight as Luke Simon steps in and steals it. Push off the puck there by Mitchell Frere. Chalice's pass to no one, but Axelrusky Jones might have it. Puck comes out of the zone, and that will be offside against the Stampede.
So what we're seeing now on the replay, that one-timer chance, Alexa Gibson, halfway through the T-push, has to transition into a butterfly, sticks out her leg and denies Connor Jean on the one-timer. Queen Bee to the rescue. And of course, one more big thank you to Queen Bee Cleaning Services, delivering commercial, residential, and custom cleaning services Auckland-wide.
So we got the T-push, the pedal down, the RVH. How many how many goalie moves is there? Are they dance moves or just are they called goalie moves?
Yeah, you got a few more. You got yourself a backside push. You got yourself a VH. You got yourself a panda.
Panda?
Yeah.
What on earth is a panda?
It's
is it that animal in the red panda, mostly found in China?
I have no idea why it's called a panda, but Dustin Wolf for the Calgary Flames uses it quite a lot. It's sort of an overlap post guard position where you're not quite square, so there are some disadvantages to it. Sometimes you put rebounds into the slot. I don't know. I'll point it out if anyone does a panda.
Okay. Now Devlin couldn't get a pass off. Kept in at the blue by Amson. He'll rip one off the stick of Steen. And Hufnagel puts a hit there on Jean. A little bit from behind, but no malice in it. And cleared out of the zone there by Hopkinson. March giving chase. And as Amson will play it. He gets around Hopkinson. Amson still with it, leaves it on for Jean, gets it back. Amson couldn't put it home. I think Gibson made the save, but that would have been a great end-to-end goal by Stefan Amson.
One opportunity there for the Stampede captain.
Quigley's pass finds March, played up to the top for Wimmer. He gets something on it, hits traffic on the way, it's bouncing right there. Brooks finally jumps on it. A couple of Swarm players, I think Quigley was trying to hit it out of midair.
See now on the replay there, that opportunity for Amson. Drives wide. Oh, he just puts it wide of the net. Alexa Gibson down and out, diving with the glove, take away the bottom corner. I think she would have had it if he got it on net, actually.
He would have had to roof it, but stretching out the arm, very hard to do. As Harrison will put that one in deep and chase, but Lapsa is there for the Swarm. He'll settle things down.
He's had a great game so far today, the Latvian.
I would have to agree. Nice league pass up to Dalmatau, but he doesn't control it. As Roth will just play it on for Mitchell Frere. He gets dispossessed as he enters the zone. Dalmatau, nice pass while he was diving. Lapsa with a shot, and a big save there by Brooks.
I was saying, great game by Lapsa so far. Dipsy Doodle Dangles gets himself a shot as he's coming in 1-on-2. Fun fact, Latvia, only 1.83 million people in the country, less than the population of Auckland, and yet they're ranked 10th in the IHF rankings, won a bronze medal in 2023.
Wow, that is good.
Yeah, there must be something in the water there in Latvia. Or on the ice, I guess, in the ice.
As Ollie Rusky Jones will play it up for Chalice, who try to control it with his skate. Nice interception there by Ollie Rusky-Jones. A little 3-on-2 opportunity here for the Stampede. Simon going to work in the corner. As Flight tried to cut into the middle, but he lost it. Now Hemming, haven't seen too much of him for the Botany Swarm this game.
Nice old school stand-up save by Aston Brooks there.
Kept in well there by Hoofnagel. He just fires it on net. A stick save made by Brooks.
Speaking of, Nico almost got his stick on that one as we see the shot from the point coming in. Ooh, so close to getting a deflection there. Nico Hemming flying through the slot. Aston Brooks up to the task. Covers it up. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in this exciting game.
I would say we're probably going to head to overtime, Bartosz, because...
Ooh, I'd love some bonus hockey.
It would... Because we're commentating, and the last game we did, it headed to overtime and a shootout.
Yeah, that's right.
Last Sunday in Avondale.
That was an exciting game too. Love that one.
It was a bit long with not a sustainable amount of food in me. Nonetheless, last 2 minutes 38. Hoofnagel plays it up. Stampede can't keep that in. Devlin gives it over to Lockie Frere. Lockie Frere with a low shot, looking for a rebound as Devlin was going to the back post.
Alexa Gibson just scoops that one up, covers it up. 2 minutes and 23 seconds left. Let's see if your prediction of overtime comes true as the Stampede getting the big guns out here. Dylan Devlin to take the draw. Freer to his right, Stefan Amston on the back end. And we see a player just at the top of the circle. This is a play that we've seen a lot in international hockey, trying to win it right back to that player for the quick shot. Doesn't manage to do it. Wins it a little bit too far out of the zone.
And who else to put in that spot than Connor Jean? And that's going to be tripping against Connor Jean on Luke Simon. So the Swarm are going to have a huge power play opportunity here towards the end of this game.
Yeah, clear trip there. Swarm a little bit hard done by with the penalties, but now they get their opportunity on the power play. So the keys for the Swarm here, they need to get someone in front of Aston Brooks. They need to get someone in front of his eyes, take away his vision, and feed those shots through. You don't even need to shoot them high. Shoot them about 13 inches off the ice, just over the pad. So either it'll sneak through or you'll get a rebound. But they need to get that traffic in front of them.
I believe this is the first power play of the evening for the Botany Swarm, and it has come at a huge moment. With just a couple of minutes remaining in this one.
That's right, or as we should say, the Swarm Commercial Painting Power Play. Thank you, Commercial Painting, for sponsoring this power play.
Del Mattel behind the net. Tried to find a centering pass, didn't get through. Ollie Rusky-Jones tried to clear the zone, unable to as Hoofnagel kept it in at the point. Lupsa gives it to Dalmatau and gets it back. Lupsa with a shot, hits traffic. Steen with another try, he fans on it. And Hoofnagel puts it in deep. Hampson's going to be there first, gets it up to Flight. Here's Jackson Flight trying to cut into the middle. But Hoofnagel read that well. Tried to give a pass to Lupsa, but he didn't know anything about it. Now Luke Simon goes right through the middle. Tries to get a shot off, that hits a stick.
Second power play unit out there now for the Swarm.
And whistle on the play. I think it's going to be for playing the puck with a high stick. So the face-off will be just to the right of Brooks with 41 seconds remaining on the power play.
That's right, 41 seconds in the power play, 55 seconds in this game. Timeout called. Not sure by which coach. Either coach would want a timeout in this situation. Either the Swarm to discuss their strategy, take advantage of the last 41 seconds, or the Stampede trying to hold on and force overtime.
Yeah, I was just actually remembering, I haven't seen Atwell out there. He is actually dressed in normal clothes just behind the bench at the moment.
Oh, you're right. That's unfortunate. The captain, hopefully he's okay. I know he had an injury at the end of that last season. I believe it was against the Admirals in the semifinals, had a knee injury. So I wonder if it's that old knee injury bothering him, if it's something new. Let us know in the chat if you noticed anything happened to Atwell during that game. We must have missed it. So we're almost underway. Coaches talked some tactics.
Cup of tea break, I call it, a timeout.
Yeah. So the Swarm have gone back to their top unit. Their second unit with Nico Hemming had a brief few seconds on the ice, gave their top unit a rest, and they're back out there. Good call. They've been really, really dangerous tonight.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Steen plays it back for Lapsa. Hoofnagel and Lapsa, the two defensemen for the Swarm during the power play. Hoofnagel from downtown gets a shot off. Didn't find its way to the net.
Might have been off of Domitau, actually.
Simon over to Lapsa. Up top for Hoofnagel. That shot once again blocked by a Stampede player. That was Connor Harrison this time. Get him down on the deck.
Hear that loud cheer from the Stampede bench. What a block. And as you said, the Stampede really committed to blocking shots, sacrificing the body, and that was a big one right there.
So
with
33 seconds remaining in this game, 19 on the power play. Hoofnagel with a shot, that gets right through, but Brooks once again makes a good save.
Yeah, problem for the Swarm again. No traffic in front. We see Josh Steen, Ivan Domitau, and we see as the shot comes in, they peel off. Don't do that. Get in the goalie's face. You got to take away his eyes. It's more important to take away his eyes than to get the tip. Right. It's tough to catch a puck if you can't see it.
Puck goes into the corner. That's cleared to the length of the ice. Dying seconds in this game. Swarm looks like they'll get one more rush. That's Gene out of the box. There's Dalmatel. Played over to Simon, but he's got to touch up. And that's cleared all the way. No icing. Yep, whistle's finally blown.
So it looks like we'll, unless they change their minds, looks like we'll get a draw in the Stampede end. Oh, I don't know, maybe they've changed their mind.
No, I think they probably just blew the whistle early to
for the end of the game.
Signal the end of the period, yeah.
Oh, that's
hey, but nonetheless,
that was a little confusing.
We're going to overtime.
So you're right, Bryce. Another overtime.
I could smell it. It was there.
And you're right. No shutouts for either goalies.
Now,
so what's your prediction for who wins this one then? Being right so far?
Well, tough one. So first period we had goals by Rudolf Slapsa and Connor Jean. Dima Koptev getting the only goal in the second period, and Jordan Chalice getting the equalizing goal in the third period.
Yeah, dagger to the heart of his former team, banging in that rebound.
And only 3 penalties this whole game. Lapsa, Simon, and Jean. Jean probably got his one at the worst possible time. But nonetheless, we are going to go to overtime. I would say, if I was a Stampede, I'd put out Jean, Roth, and...
Empson?
No, because that's 2 Ds then. Well, Empson's pretty much a two-way defenseman, so yeah, why not? But maybe, probably Devlin. Or
yeah.
Maybe Lockie Frere instead. For the Swarm, I'd go Hemming, Hoofnagel, and...
Domitau?
Yeah, or Kozak.
I think if I was going with Domitau, I'd probably put Lops out there since they've been playing together more. But yeah, lots of good choices for both teams.
Oh yeah, who do you reckon's probably got the best 3-on-3 couple of lines? I'd say it's quite even, to be honest.
Yeah, I think slight edge to the Stampede with Roth and Jean. The Swarm imports are very good, Lapsa and Hemming, but I mean, you can't argue with an ECHL guy like Connor Jean.
Yeah. Oh, Jean's out there 100%. He's the first guy.
For sure. Yeah, this could go either way. 3-on-3 overtime. I mean, it's always dicey. As we saw in the Winter Olympics, Canada and the U.S. went to 3-on-3 overtime in the final. Canada absolutely dominated that game, but in the end, the U.S. was able to take it in overtime. So you never know what can happen. In overtime, you see a lot of interesting tactics in overtime that you don't really see during regular play. We'll see if either of these teams really adopt these sort of tactics. For example, you often see a player will actually skate out of the offensive zone if they don't have a good look. So usually during regular play, you rarely see someone carry it out of their own zone. But in 3-on-3 overtime, possession is everything. You absolutely want to hold onto the puck. So you'll often see if a player doesn't have a good look, they'll just skate out of the zone, let their other players get a change. And of course, when you do that, you don't let the other team change because it's really tough to change with just 3 players on the ice. You can really tire out the other team. I'm not sure if either team has really practiced playing on 3-on-3 in that sort of way and will employ these sort of tactics, but it's interesting to see. We also often see in 3-on-3 overtime, sometimes the teams will line up with all 3 players across the line and just rush forward off the draw, either whether you win it or you lose it. Looks like neither team is adopting that strategy.
So the Swarm will put out Lapsa, Dalmatau, and Simon, and the Stampede will go with Gene, Lockie Frere, and Roth. Nicely won there by Gene. I don't think he's taken too many face-offs this evening, but his first one comes with a win. Now Lockie Frere, tough shot. Bounces right. I don't think Gibson expected that shot.
Yeah, slightly surprised her.
Now Lockie Frere will leave it on for Gene. Gene will give it to Roth. He didn't control it. Puck comes out of the zone. Luke Simon. Good stick there by Gene. That's going to get it out of the zone. Dalmatau's going to have to get on his bike. Gene gets there first. He's got Lockie Frere in the middle. Didn't get a shot off as Simon was on his horse tracking back.
Yeah, critical defensive play by Luke Simon there as Ivan was a little bit late getting that puck.
Now Lapsa will give it to Hufnagel. He hits the sniper. Still with it though is Nathan Hufnagel. Hemming will play it up top for Steen, who gets a shot. Looks like it hit traffic.
Yeah, as we see, Hufnagel didn't like the look, skates out of his zone to maintain possession. Good play there.
Steen got a little bit of tape malfunction on that stick. Nonetheless, he'll continue. Steen gets around Devlin. Steen with it. Try to find Hufnagel. Steen with a backhand shot, but right at Brooks.
Josh Steen, great play there. Looking for Hufnagel at the back post. Gets it through, but it's off the skate and just chips it. Aston Brook gets to the top of the crease, makes himself big, takes it right in the breadbasket for the whistle. Good look for the Swarm there to start this overtime. With 3 minutes and 24 seconds left in this 3-on-3 overtime.
So now Koptev, Wimmer, and Thula out there for the Swarm. Here comes Roth, all alone. Max Roth shoots and scores! Max Roth wins it in overtime for the SkyCity Stampede. Breaks the heart of the Swarm crowd.
The American import, the hero here for the Stampede. He's looking shot all the way. He sees Alexa is backed up quite a bit. I think maybe she could have got a little bit more depth there. Gives him a little bit of space, and he works with it right over the pad, under the glove. That's a killer shot. That's difficult.
So the Stampede will take 2 points out of tonight's game, and the Botany Swarm will only take 1. And to be honest, that's probably a fair call. It could have gone either way. As long as one team got 2 points, you could say, yeah, well deserved, as both teams probably deserve to win at Bartek.
Yeah, it was a really close game. I'd say slight edge to the Swarm in terms of the chances generated, but the Stampede with so much talent on the ice, all it takes is one little error, as we saw there. Breakaway for Max Roth. He makes no mistake, snipes it in. So Stampede, they just know how to win. They just can't stop winning.
They do. They know how to win the big games. They've been there before, and obviously their imports, who in my opinion, didn't have the best of games from what we've seen out of them this season. But hey, Max Roth at the end of the game in overtime gets the game winner for the Stampede, and they're going to take 2 points.
Yeah, that being said, saying they didn't have the best game. They did score a goal each, Connor, Gene, and Max Roth.
That's true.
But you know, when you've got like 28, 29 points, maybe they'd want 1 or 2 more. As Gene had 4 goals in the first meeting between these two teams.
He did. But a great game from both goaltenders here tonight. They really stood tall, kept both their teams in it.
Yeah, both goaltenders clutch out there.
It was a low shot game, 27-24 in favor of the Stampede.
Yeah, that's right. I think the first meeting between these two teams, the shots were over 40 each way, and I think it was close to 40 in the second meeting as well. So yeah, definitely much more of a cagey match between these two teams this first game up here in Botany.
But the best thing about tonight's game is we get to do it all again tomorrow. Same time, same place here at the Hive. The Swarm definitely going to need to take all 3 points in regulation, as they still do sit at the bottom of the table. Obviously do have 1 game in hand. They are behind the Red Devils. They do play them in their last series of the year. I could see them definitely getting 1 win in Dunedin, but probably not 2. So time is winding down. They need to start getting in a couple of regulation wins to get themselves out of that danger zone.
Yeah, and I think the Swarm will turn into Stampede fans when the Stampede play against the Red Devils as well.
I would
They'll
imagine
definitely be cheering on Gene and Roth to ramp up that point production.
I'm sure they will. Well, that will wrap us up here tonight, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll do it all again tomorrow. I personally won't be here, as I have an Auckland ice hockey game.
Yeah, me too. I'm out there as well playing beer league, stopping pucks with my face. But I believe we'll have Josh Kretschmar bringing you the action tomorrow night with maybe Ian Wanamaker. I'm not sure.
Not entirely sure, but
yeah,
we'll definitely find out tomorrow for you.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight, guys.
Thank you, everybody. I've been your host, Bryce Rouse, alongside Bartek Iwatowski. Have a good evening.